please welcome Kevin Krull, the president of Bell Media.
Hello, everyone. So tonight is really a privilege for me to introduce the newest member of the Canadian Broadcast Hall of Fame, Mr. Ian Greenberg. So I had the chance to meet Ian when I first came to Canada, joined Bell. It was 2005, I was running Bell TV, and Ian reached out to me and started a relationship that has lasted and blossomed ever since then. I've never met an executive, much less a CEO, who put more attention into personal relationships and into cultivating those. You're going to hear a lot tonight about Ian and many accolades, but one of the things that really stands out for me is I've watched Ian navigate some of the most challenging times, uncertainty, and disappointment, and he does so with optimism and persistence. And to me, Ian absolutely defines the word unflappable. As you all know, Ian co-founded Astral Media with his brothers more than 50 years ago. And under Ian's leadership, Astral transformed from a specialty photo business into one of Canada's most successful media companies, covering television, out-of-home, digital media, as well as becoming a dominant operator with more than 7 dozen radio stations. Under Ian's tenure, they had 15 years of consecutive growth. Then, in a case of being in the right place at the right time, Bell Media was able to buy Ian's company and integrate these tremendous assets, but more importantly, the remarkable talent of his team into ours. One of the most enriching opportunities and the biggest value creation for Bell from that deal was enjoying Ian joining our board of directors for BCE. So tonight, in order to pay tribute, many of his old friends and colleagues wanted to testify to his contributions to our industry and the impact that he's had on each of them individually. So let's meet the man through their eyes and their voices, and please roll the video.
I'm a drug dealer. I bury dead people.
I have a single-digit sperm count.
I'm president of Astral.
When I was 6, 7, or 8 years old in the mid-60s, I remember my father taking me down to Guy Street Photo, and there was Ian. I remember Ian being behind the counter. I remember this big smile.
Ian was the accountant in the group, but clearly the one who was going to make the big impression.
When you think about what he and his brothers did with that company, but principally him, is that they massively pivoted on at least 3 occasions and changed the nature of their business, ultimately creating one of the most successful independent media companies this country has ever known.
Ian is really credited with turning Astral into a content broadcasting company. It was his idea, it was his concept. He was very focused on it right from the beginning of his term as CEO. And for 16 years, he grew that business quarter after quarter.
He was producing great products for the viewers and the listeners, and for the advertising community. He had a lot of credibility with the financial community, and that's very important when you lead a company, a public company.
Caller, you're on the air. What's your name, please?
Ian Greenberg.
Ha ha ha.
By the time Astral was sold, it had contributed about $1.5 billion to Canadian production, and he also created or oversaw the creation of strong and enduring brands.
He took a network which was so-so, and he made it into a genuine powerhouse in this country, while utilizing knowledge gained in the U.S.
His legacy is as a business person of probity, as someone of a tremendous amount of integrity and foresight into what the next generation of media is doing.
He's been touched by the angels.
He was like a brother to me.
People at Astral loved him. It was a family business, and people loved the values and the feeling within Astral.
And I would just say he's a mensch. He's a grown-up, trusted, intelligent person who will help others when they need it and knows the value of friendship.
I remember walking into the building and kind of immediately feeling like home, and that was something that I felt for the entire time that I worked for Ian. And that came from top down, and in a way, fostered an environment for people to be the best they could, the way any good patriarch really does.
Ian is about relationships, and whether it was with partners outside the industry, he always valued and created strong partnerships, strong bonds. It went beyond the immediate family to the employees themselves, and then it went beyond the company to the suppliers and distributors.
There was a culture of respect, congeniality, and at the end of the day, the leader, Ian, was viewed as someone who had the smarts and the heart.
Integrity, for sure. I mean, he had that, and still does, has that incredible ability to compete and supply, and at the same time, when it came time to talk about a merger, very easy to do, easy transaction. And quite frankly, without Ian's leadership, we wouldn't have the merger today. I mean, he is really the one that saved the deal and put it together and put Bell Media in the position it is today in the country.
He has promised since he sold the company and since he's no longer the CEO that he would stay involved. My biggest concern is that we would stay out of touch, but that hasn't happened. The more involved he is, the happier I am and the safer that we all feel at HBO.
He might get confused.
Ian, congratulations on your induction.
And tonight, I'd like to say just one thing to you. Mazel tov.
I cannot think of anyone more worthy of being inducted into the Hall of Fame than yourself.
Congratulations on this most well-deserved honor.
You've been in my Hall of Fame for many, many years.
A hearty mazel tov.
Congratulations, Ian. So well deserved.
You really are the greatest.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my friend and role model, Mr. Ian Greenberg.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Kevin, for your very kind words. And thank you to all of you in the video who said such kind things about me. You spoke in such glowing terms that at one point I had to double-check the program to make sure I was the one really being honored here tonight. This is a priceless honor that I accept with humility because none of my achievements over the past 5 decades would have been possible without the help of so many people. I am proud to say that Astral was forged in the spirit of family. My brothers and I began our company because we needed a way to support our family and keep our siblings together after the death of our parents. But beyond the family aspect of it, Astral became a 50-year long love affair that now goes on with Bell Media. Through the years, the passion that my team and I had for our industry and the people who make it possible propelled us to amazing heights. And I truly hope our passion contributed to raise the industry to new levels. Jack Welch, former CEO of GE and one of my business heroes, once said, "Good leaders create a vision, articulate the vision, passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive it to completion." Although we operated in very different fields, I think that the word passion, not to mention vision and relentlessness, resonates extremely well in this dynamic broadcasting industry of ours. So tonight, it is with deep emotion and tremendous honor that I join a group of remarkable men and women who have shaped the Canadian broadcast system into one of the world's best and most diverse. I devoted my career to this industry, and I had the privilege to see it blossom with the talent of so many fantastic creators, artists, leaders, and professionals. I would like to express my gratitude to all of them for making a difference and for striving for excellence. And of course, I want to tell my colleagues, past and current, and all of our partners how very proud I am to have had the chance to create new opportunities, open new doors, and reach new heights with you. I know that our success lives on with Bell Media. And now my last words are for my family. First, my love of 45 years, Linda, who has always been my rock and my strongest supporter. Thank you for your love and the courage you instill in me every day. And to my 3 children, Ali, Mandy, and Adam, and my 9 grandchildren, the joy you bring to my life is incalculable. You are my greatest accomplishments. Thank you again to everyone for this honor. I will cherish it forever. Good night to all.